Now we get to see what Hill Valley looked like in the 30s, which should be interesting.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
I always liked the 30s. It was an interesting time. Really interesting time period to study. You had Prohibition era, you had the Depression, the start of World War II. A lot of stuff happened here in this decade. There are still cars in this era, Marty, believe it or not. There's Strickland as a young lady.
Young man? Excuse me, young man?
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
So Doc's already in jail. We need to...
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Yeah, she was pushy even then. No.
No, not really.
That's the spirit. Destroy them with indifference. If we refuse to patronize their establishments and glorify their wicked exploits, they'll soon be exposed for the pathetic wretches they are.
Hey!
What's your name?
Yeah, it's...
Sonny Crockett. Sonny Crockett? Yeah. Well, if we're going to be kind of against the mob...
Sonny Crockett.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Crockett. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Indeed.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
You have a thing against wretches, and I don't like you.
I gotta find Doc.
While walking, press and hold the circle button to make Marty run. Ah, cool. Now let's do some exploring.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Out to lunch, back soon.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, bum.
The 30s is such a friendly time.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Yeah, I'm curious about I'm really curious about that more than anything. Look, check out the law office sign. Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Those are the guys who made Back to the Future.
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
Hi, Bob.
Hello?
No solicitors!
I wasn't soliciting. What that sign say?
House of Ermine. I guess there's not much call for fur coats in the middle of the Depression, especially in June.
So the Depression's going on right now. Kind of interesting about 1930s California.
Bank of Italy?
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Which means we probably will. Today's special, yesterday's soup. Well, it is the Depression then. What's playing here in the movies? James Clive, Doris Evans, Edward Clark, David Wright, Frankenstein, the man who made a monster. No props to Boris Karloff? What's up with that? Soup kitchen door.
Sisters of Mercy Soup Kitchen. Come for the soup, stay for the salvation.
Can we go in? Ah, cool. How much you want to bet that's George McFly's dad? Yep.
McFly?
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Were any of the Tannins nice people?
Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well?
Well, what?
Well, what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
So the mob was probably behind that speakeasy, and that's why Doc is in jail. Cue ball.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
He is focused on his task. That is a good worker. Crappy at customer service, but... We got a pipe, counter flap, a spice rack. So obviously some stuff that... Well, if he's focused,
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
maybe we can...
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Holy crap! He had a long-barreled peacemaker. It was a 45 he had. Stacked tables, kitchen door. Some guy. Hey, guy. Let's see what the inscriptions are.
For we were born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years.
I was expecting call Jenny at 8675309.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Smart, Marty. You're learning. I'm not, but you are. So it looks like there's nothing in here that we can really do. Let's head to the police station and see if we can have a chat with Doc. Cycling through to make sure I don't miss anything. Oop. $1891.
Hill Valley Police Station. Cripes, this place looks old, even for 1931.
Probably not a whole lot of use.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
You need to tell him about
You
the...
might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan? Right. But what?
Alert the authorities, go back in time, make a stand, talk to the gangsters. Well, we could go back in time and kind of fix this from ever happening in the first place.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
In best case scenario, it would just mean our own galaxy in Back to the Future 2. Talk to the gangsters isn't going to work, not with a tannin behind the wheel. Make a stand, alert the authorities.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Time travel.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
Yeah, we're not going to have any bootstrap paradoxes where Marty actually invents the drill.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Emmett Brown being easygoing is not anything I could possibly fathom.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Especially with...
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
So we'll head over... okay, that's the end of the road. Can we actually walk into the police station?
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
So it's a good thing we went and talked to Doc then. Well, let's head to the soup kitchen then. We'll need probably a coin to use the phone, I would assume. Thing about it is that the DeLorean should have a briefcase filled with denominations from all types of different time periods. We saw that in Back to the Future too.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
And young Mr. Brown. Because remember the Browns changed they were actually the Von Brauns. And they changed their name to the Browns once the family came here from Germany after World War I. But he was rich. So, real quick though, I saw a Flophouse sign. Where was that at? Did I see that earlier? Speakeasy ruins. Oh, this is way down here.
Majestic Arms. Transients welcome.
I saw a shark. What was that? Because swore shark.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
Nice to know the Jaws premise is still prevalent. Can we go into the Flophouse real quick?
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
Fair enough. There's the auto sale. Is this the courthouse doors? Cool.
Don't touch
Hi, Doc.
those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Sonny Crockett.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
And where are you heading there, Doc? So, Doc's dad was a judge. That's interesting. There's Einstein.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter. Very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Wow.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
You and your first edition of Jules Verne's would say otherwise. Oh, come on. Talk to me. Oh.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
Oh, there he is.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Do you not?
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
It's probably breaking some illusions for Marty.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Crockett, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Poor guy.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character!
And that's all. Let's look in our Klondike 51038 tape recorder previous. Oh. Do we show him the notebook?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Apparently not.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared
Yeah,
of
we
my
went through this
father?
already.
Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge
I
Brown
can't
are
skip
people with
through
a
it.
dark secret to hide.
Ah!
And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
So we've exhausted all of our options here, and for whatever reason we cannot show him. Showing him the notebook would probably be a bad thing. Einstein, do you have anything to contribute to this?
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Apparently not. Well, well. What's this? So he's going to go back and forth between the law offices and the courthouse. So maybe someone just walked into O'Malley and Sons. Maybe I could go into the courthouse and kind of mess up his day.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Ah. Fair enough. Well, we need to figure out what we're going to do here. Emmett won't give you the time of day. Perhaps if you had something in common. Could ask him about Jules Verne. Tape recorder, the notebook. That's not going to work. So we're going to have to hunt something down that Marty and Doc have in common.